but I didn't think it pertained to the lake lots.
It did. It didn't. When we discussed that, it did not. But so we told me what we need to do is, whatever the there would not be a storage fee if we're doing year-round. So we need to get them all on, unless you have a problem with the year-round lake lot.
I just want the contract to say.
Well, but see, we earn, correct me if I'm wrong, Beverly, I think the lake lots, as it stands right now, don't we get like 20-some grand a year?
Or 50 lots, yeah, about 20 grand.
About 20 grand a year, and the reason why we did that is because we made it the full 12 months, you know what I mean? We would never, I don't think we ever discussed lake lots being seasonal.
Well, it's in the contract. Like I said,
Well, but you've got to get off the contract, Tony, because we got 3 different ones.
how many thousands of dollars did we pay for that?
Well, I know, but it doesn't do any good. It's still good in the paper if they don't sign
Well,
the
the
right
thing is, I think what Tony's talking about, is there's an ordinance
There's an
that
ordinance
says
has
there's a
changed,
$250 storage fee at that lake.
which is
Would
in
that-
their contract. It's
But would that be necessary if you had year-round lake lots? No, they're all on year-round, so the storage is null and void. I don't
But we
understand.
have an ordinance that says there's a storage fee out there.
So we have to get rid of
We have to get rid of the ordinance or something.
Well, we've signed the same contract that she has, I mean, but that's not, if the verbiage is, if that clause is the only thing that's taken out, then we should be fine. That verbiage is as far as the storage fee, because there should not be a storage fee if they have a year-round.
If they have
lake
year
lot.
round, that's the thing. If you want a year round.
Yes, yes, why not? I don't want the campgrounds year-round. Yes, CJ.
So the issue is really, was their contract approved by the board? The one in the ordinance book was in fact approved by the board. They could be signing a contract that's not approved by the governing body.
That's not our fault though.
But that would make it non-binding.
We shouldn't have to pay for it though.
That would be the issue. I mean, you can change it. By all means, if you want to change it, go for it. But you just need to make sure that the governing body of the lake.
We need to sign it.
That's we've got that ordinance out.
Exactly.
That's
But I
all I
mean,
can
even
do.
before this, whenever it was here in the contract,
We
it
gotta
wasn't
do it, we
enforced.
gotta do it
Yes,
state.
but the enforcement.
Well, and the contract that it said, it also says, that's the funny thing, because the contract that it is in, if you look at one page, it talks about it being for a full year, the contract. But then in another page, it talks about, it being, it not being year round. So it's, the contract is, even the one that it is contradicting itself.
Yes.
We don't need to make this any harder than what it is.
No, I
Because
agree.
first and foremost, storage fees come into play if we decide that we're not doing year-round lake lots.
Well, we don't have to do a storage fee at all if we don't want.
I don't think we should if they're doing year-round. Why would there would be, my suggestion would be is January, have them a new contract, January 1st, everybody's signing the same contract. That's year-round lake lots, so we're all on the same page. And then we're not gonna do that for the campgrounds. Campgrounds, we're gonna do.
I understand that, I don't have a problem with that. The problem I've got is, we've got an ordinance that we approved that says it will not be used, recreation persons as a permanent resident, permanent residence, so.
Well, this isn't, it's not a permanent residence. We don't have an address out there. We don't have water. It's not a permanent residence. We're not.
And we can revise, we can do what we need to do as far as an ordinance. You know, is the board on board with doing year-round?
No, because they're all living there year round.
They're not?
They all have homes.
How's everybody feel
They all
about
have their
that?
own homes.
Well, we need to discuss it.
Every place I've ever stayed was seasonal, it's never.
There's a lot.
We don't, there's a part of me that says we do not have the amenities yet to really consider that being,
Well,
but we can't compare either. We can't compare. How does everybody speak up? How does they should be able to do it year-round. Because we're collecting money for it. That's where the 20-some thousand comes.
And then they're their own security of their own stuff.
We're not asking for anything, like, we're not asking for you guys to control it, we're not asking for you to maintain our property.
Right.
Like, we're just asking for you to give us what we paid for. And that's for us to be able to have our camper out there, our things out there, us to maintain our own lots, and not to have to pull in and out.
I think when I went out there to look, I think the people that stay there, like yourself and others, you maintain your property very well, and I have no problem if you kept it that way all year round.
Right.
It's the people that
So
don't.
let's help you.
We just
We'll help
don't
you
lease
work
them, and then we go back to these lots. If two people are got 20-foot lots next to each other and they're paying twice for the same price as somebody pays for 4
They're paying
units.
it though.
I know, but why can't we make it one?
I agree with you.
I agree
I
with
agree
you.
with that.
That's
There's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's
They're
like,
looking for
from lot,
privacy.
lot 3 to, 13 are like,
No,
some,
it's to us, so we're.
No, I think he's saying there's some at 30, there's some at 20.
Yes, that's what we're talking
I mean,
but the
because
20
you
foot lots are up to
put
you guys.
Yeah.
you put your camper on a 20-foot thing, you barely have enough room to put a deck to walk out there and smoke a cigarette, drink a bourbon every day.
I mean, you definitely don't have room to pull in and out every
No.
October.
Before we get any farther, we need, we gotta decide whether or not the board wants to do year round. That's, we gotta, before we talk about charging people more for bigger lots, do we wanna go year round? Yes or no?
I say for this year, yes.
And if it's yes, then we need
Well,
to,
now you got another story too. You can't make the loss bigger because people have already got power there. And my original thought, when I went out there, eliminate either even or odd lots and split it between the other.
That's
But the
exactly.
way the power is set
We talked
up,
about
you
that.
can't do that.
But if the power's set up like an apartment complex, once that person leaves, they leave forever, don't they just pull the meter out?
Yeah, but you got,
Okay, so if I own 2 lots, I'll pull the meter out.
Like, there's some people out there that have.
yeah, but they paid $1,500, $2,000 to put that in.
I'm saying if it's the same person that did it for 2 lots, which is, it seems to be the case out there. This person pays for this lot and this lot just so they can have a bigger lot. I'm saying it's like it's an apartment, you just pull that down.
Yeah, but if you walk it, you got a lot, you got power meters, probably 10, 15 foot apart in a couple places out there. I mean, how you gonna split those up? You know,
okay, let's stay on point, stay on point.
you know, it's
Lake lots,
Just
are
be
we,
clear, we're
year
not
round,
arguing about that part.
year round
I
lake
think we need to
lots.
forget
Christie,
about-
year round lake lots, talk. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm fine with it now anyway.
One at a time. We need to forget about, worrying about paying for, fee for storing your stuff out there. We need to come up with a contract. First thing, we gotta have a contract that either we use this one, or we revise it, and approve it, put it in the books, and be done with it. That's the only way you can do it. You gotta have a starting point. And right now, we don't have a starting point, because we got 3 different contracts floating around.
Okay.
I think that we have to first get one contract for
Yes.
people to do the lake lots. And that may mean everybody's signing a new one.
So,
And
that
that we
20 minutes
already
ago.
have a contract for the people who come in on weekends or want to stay a week or whatever. That's the
So they
campground.
don't really have to sign a contract there.
They don't sign a
No, they
contract.
have an agreement, they have a
They do.
rental agreement.
They sign a lease, they sign,
And that's what the last administration did. We argued about, you know, if we were gonna make these weekend campsites, then we had to have some kind of rental agreement that they come in. Now, if we have a lake lot, and I agree that I don't see them as, that's not their residence. It is a retreat for them on the weekend. It is not a place where they live there. And because they're not there 24/7.
And none of us want to be a trailer park.
okay,
so-
my question for tonight is, can we make a motion that says that,
Now, we
Yeah.
have-
Sorry, where do we-
Now, what I would recommend,
that's what I was
okay,
gonna
we
do.
have two contracts. One is for temporary people, and the other one is for the people who rent lake lots. And maybe we just need to get one contract that has everything in it, leaves out the storage part, has what in it now, at the rate they are now agreeing, everybody signed new leases and we start from scratch.
Okay, so we
I
can't
said
make
that
that in the
20 minutes
motion,
ago.
so what I'm saying
I said
is,
that the last meeting.
hey, keep on talking.
I said it 4 years ago.
You know, what I'm saying is, as of tonight, we can say they can stay out there all year round, and it gives us from now to January to come up with a proper contract, a proper everything for what they're doing.
So our leases start
In May.
in May, so
May.
I think it would be fair to, I mean, for me, as long as we just leave things the way it's been going, and then, when that new one comes, I would like to maybe have a committee meeting where we can discuss any changes that are gonna happen, maybe go over that contract together, and what's in it to make sure that there's no,
That's what we've been doing.
The only
Yeah.
thing I had mentioned about raising any money for was possibly raising the rent. And the reason I'm saying that is because somebody mentioned put playground equipment out.
Yes.
Have you priced playground?
right.
We can apply for grants, but then we have to have insurance.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're year round, if we're, this is something we've discussed, and if we're year round, and we continue to see that there's improvement going out there or efforts being made, because we're under the understanding that the funds out there are what's used to make things better out there. So I think that we're all in agreement that we could definitely discuss like a fair increase in our rate, as long as there's, like, we can't have a rate increase every year. But you know, if we had a rate increase, we're not opposing that at this time.
Hey, we don't have insurance out there now, I mean, we rely on the official now.
Should be under some.
Yeah, but we have to add for playground equipment. We have to add additional thing.
Should be underneath of it, it should be no different than fishing, somebody drowns, be covered by it.
It's a different liability when you got a playground, you gotta add different levels to it.
Yeah.
It's not just if somebody goes out there and falls, it's a little bit different. It's a different level.
I mean, I also think a lot of that would be covered if we could better promote those weekend lots. I think a lot of that would cover that weekend too. And I think that having a playground out there would bring more people to those weekend lots. I do.
And with that weekend spots, it's gonna be hard to get anybody to come if there's no picnic tables, there's no grills, nobody wants to come to that.
No amenities.
No
Yeah.
dangerous
Yeah.
fireworks, yeah. no
Which
basketball.
that doesn't bother us none. but
Yeah.
It's bringing everybody to the park.
I can't years, I know exactly what.
I wanna see that weekend place grow and.
Mark took me out there last year and I couldn't have gotten, I didn't want a 20-foot line.
Those fire pits are dangerous.
The fire pits are in the ground, so like, a friend of mine almost backed into it, like,
Yeah, I
totally.
didn't understand what they did.
I don't
They need to get pulled and filled in.
Kinda hard to
Dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the first thing needs to be done, is that come up with an agreement. Something, you know.
Heat was, we're done, Heat got a question.
Before you're done, I need to ask you 2 questions. Down at the park, are they gonna mow one more time before the picnic?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll mow on Thursday.
What we're thinking, we have football players.
Thursday, probably.
Wednesday?
Thursday.
Okay, the football players, they put the tables down.
We'll do that, we'll have the table put out after you.
Another thing is, them exhaust fans in the new cafeteria thing, they were burnt out from last year and they're not replaced.
The fans,
Those, above the grease.
yeah, I know it.
But they checked them, they were working. right?
No, they're broke, they're all unwired.
Oh, okay.
It blew out
Where
last
they
year.
word that inside the control, or the breaker box?
I don't know.
Because everything, I looked at them, they're all built in, I can't see where they're wired in.
They only
They're
have-
shut off, the big boxes and black tape they're shutting off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gary was telling me, Gary warned, that they burn up. They were the wrong size of fans for that, because all the heat from the grease.
All they did is put vent fan, roof vent fans in.
Look, they have to be fireproof and everything too.
Yeah, because the fan actually should be sitting outside the building.
Could be explosive.
Explosion.
Yeah, it should be sitting outside the building with the grease trap.
Now,
But it's too
Probably gonna
late,
be
it's too
checked.
late to get that done now, though.
it's probably gonna be checked by the, health department to give you the okay, but they probably need to be run before you come, or he or she comes and checks it.
Did they use them
The only
last
thing
year?
we could do, we put the same type fans back in it.
It only lasted like an hour last year and that was it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, see, we got one at the church like that was put in, and it lasted 2-3 seasons, and with the fish fries. So yeah, they must have got a real small one or something. But yeah, I know it needs, something needs to be done, because we talked about after Labor Day, you know, put an exhaust fan outside, a commercial exhaust fan, and tie it into the hood like it should be, not the way it is now. With only a week away, or less than a week, what are you gonna do? You know,
I don't understand where they bought all this new equipment How come they didn't fix it right? Why did
The
they buy it?
hood exhaust fan was custom built. Mark had custom built it.
Sounds
Why
like.
did Mark have so much control over everything?
What would we do then?
I don't understand
If
that.
the health inspector won't pass it for inspection?
Well, can we use the
I mean, we order the fish and the grease and all this and that, and we can't use those deep fryers then, what?
Well, I think that we have to use them ones that you run, that'd be crazy, that's bullshit.
If you get a hold of the health department, if you put a fan in that pickup window,
Mm-hmm.
it'll suffice. It'll suffice. Health department will let that
But you just
temporarily.
can't put a regular fan in that hole.
So you can get a regular fan in that.
If it falls through or falls,
Yeah.
What'd you do last year?
then it went out after the first hour.
What'd you do? You kept on cooking.
We kept cooking, after it's been inspected, they didn't come back after they heard it, so they said, you had to go for the weekend. They didn't come back and see, we had the
Unless somebody.
big barrel fans and the stand fans rolling it out the door.
They ain't right either.
No, I didn't think you were allowed to have fans.
I looked at that when I was down there, but I would see, it looks to me like they were put in and then the sheet is put over, or the steel.
You shouldn't be able to see those motors.
There's no junction box.
No, you shouldn't, they're not installed correctly. You shouldn't be able to see those motors right up.
They're not the right fans.
No.
They're just exhaust fans. They're not
Exactly right.
For grease.
There's something the city can do.
I told them to do, or if this short of notice is, put the same type of fans back in, or maybe.
If you get a door, I'm not sure you're a fan of, so just what you guys did is,
Well,
under
that's the
circumstances, they're not gonna shut you down.
Cause I, you know,
Use tabletop fryers all the time with build that systems. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't know, Barb Burns used to be a bear at that stuff,
I
I'll
know,
tell you.
that's what we're worried about. Spend all that money on stuff down there, they won't be able to use it because it's not gonna pass the inspection.
If you don't have fish, you ain't got nothing down there around here.
His Bart looked at.
Somebody needs to look at it.
Not yet, these girls are down there now.
There's actually a company that comes to Steak and Shake that's pretty
Tuesday
good.
night, we had there, we noticed
Look
that
at
the
that.
fans was out, we thought.
Where can we get the fans?
Well, you're gonna stick to the right size and
you
you're still
can
gonna
get
have
it,
that
you
new
can
bowl
get it
and
right off
everything.
Springfield.
Hey, CJ,
Well, I mean,
weren't
yeah.
you involved in
Capital
that?
group.
Fair, like I
When
said,
that
Fairy
fan-
Ironworks
Where'd
did
those
the.
fans come
I
from?
think they ordered.
Yeah, but all they did.
From
is
where,
have
do you know?
Fans,
Possibly
Capital
RP.
Group or Connor
From
Company.
where?
RP Lumber might have some, if you wanna get the same ones and put them
It won't
in.
last.
I don't know if you get big ones
What's the
though.
point in buying something we're gonna burn out in
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Right, yeah.
That's true.
That's the way we always do business around here.
We need to have somebody, we need to have somebody go and take, we can't do it by this weekend, but I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about it.
You could get any of the, sheet metal shops to build some type of hood to go on there like it is now. An adapter to the hood that we got. And then still the fan has to be mounted outside, not in the wall.
Even those big circular exhaust fans like you see at restaurants and
That's what
things
he's
like
talking
that.
about.
Is it the same?
Exactly.
No,
The ones I'm talking about, they're, on that one, you would need a, they're round. They got a big dome over the top of them and a grease trap catches all the grease that the fan sucks up. Instead of it going through the fan motor, it traps.
And those
it.
have to be custom made instead of, we can't just buy one
The
and.
fan doesn't, it's just the
You can buy
mount.
the fans probably somewhere,
Yeah.
but are they gonna be the same size as the fans that's in there now?
Yeah, I think those things are way bigger than what's in there. I don't think they'll.
They are.
Yeah, I say, I think they're probably 3 foot. I think the hole's only 18.
The question is, where do we go to get these?
I don't know.
Capital Group.
There's
Capital Group, restaurants,
There's restaurants.
condos, or-
There's restaurants that supply.
You could get two and mount them on the
Sam?
side of the building. Maybe
Sam
you'd have
put
to
one
make
in
some
down
kind of
at
adapter to mount to the side of the building and the fan, because the fans can either sit upright or horizontal, it makes no difference on them. But they can be mounted on the outside of the building. take the
But this
fans
is
up.
something we need to do to make.
Yeah, we gotta do
Right,
that.
right, yeah.
Picnic happen.
Yeah.
We need to do that so we can get the kitchen pass certified.
Oh,
The health
Yeah,
department.
because they're not gonna pass.
So you can use the fryers.
I know, we're probably talking a couple $1,000.
Oh, easy.
Probably more than that, because you're gonna have to reframe that wall to hold that 3-foot fan.
I'm not talking 3-foot fan.
What are you talking about? Putting,
I'm talking a commercial restaurant fan.
I think those are the big ones.
Well, yeah, but they have,
And
no
you'll have,
bigger than what we have for a hood. really one would be enough. The fence has got 2 holes in the walls, we're gonna have to go over 2.
Honestly,
I mean, they're only, I don't know, it's a man.
Honestly, I can't remember how it's mounted, but all them boards are flat, so you will probably have to tear that whole wall off and rebuild everything. So it wouldn't happen in my.
We'll take a ride down to the road.
How long has these fans been out that we've known about? We're just now.
Last year,
Yeah, I was gonna say the first day they burned out.
The first I heard about it was last
Never heard
weekend.
about it.
That's the first time I heard about it.
Okay, so it is a priority for us to get that. If we're gonna have a Labor Day
You're not-
vacation.
Can't do it, you can't spend money.
You ain't gonna fry
Yeah,
fish.
I mean, there's
back
no
there.
other way
days
around.
away.
Yeah.
Either fix it, maybe get it done right this time.
So people go there and figure it
I
out.
don't know, according to Kip, we put some fans in there, and
No.
he said it would pass, I don't know.
Well, I don't think.
We could put fans when we was cooking for the association.
Before we go rigging things up, I'd say call the health department and maybe send somebody else to go talk to the O'Connor group or the Capital group and get us some fans in there, get them. I mean, we've got, what, 3 days to get this done?
We didn't know until tonight, I didn't realize that they
We
was
thought they were
done.
fixed.
Well, the first I heard of it was we were gonna have the, chicken event down there, after the dogs. That's when we found out that they were out.
Different day?
Mounting them, a good fan, one supposed to be on there, is gonna take more than 3 days, especially with the sewer project going on, because the park's not gonna be a priority. We're gonna have to jet rod the sewer tomorrow, that's probably gonna be an all-day deal, and that's if we don't blow a hole in the hose again, because we did that Friday, and then it took half a day today, or half the day today to get the hose fixed, so getting the.
Are all 3 of you employees working on the sewer?
Yes.
There's 2 people working right now. Next week, there will also be 2 people working.
And you guys are working on the sewer?
We're jet rod, yeah, it's gonna take two people to run that jet rod and sewer out.
And who did you pay to redo sewer? That's not the same thing, this is something else you guys are doing?
They're wanting the jet rod to help save money. Otherwise, they're gonna replace the whole thing and it'll be $300,000.
You're talking about the people that's doing the lead line, that's a different company.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Petersburg.
there's also, no,
I'm
that's
talking
Dean.
about over there where they're, we just voted on
Yeah.
paying some unvalued.
So EL,
No, it was.
And EL Pruitt. EL Pruitt, 200,000.
That's where they had to be general.
yeah, EL Pruitt is trying to save us money.
They're trying to save some money down there, so
It's
we don't get a big.
$260,000 to do the whole thing.
260.
So far, we know that 160 feet on this side of the alley is good. So we've already cut that price probably in half. So we're trying to jet rod the other side to see how much they need to do. Otherwise, they're gonna have to bring in a bunch of equipment, heavy equipment.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I think the park's a priority too.
Okay,
We're gonna have a Kincaid picnic and have a fish fry. And we might not have any fans and might not get.
I agree with you 100%, no offense to CJ and them, if they already attempted once and didn't do it right, and we're gonna get it done right, let's have an installation for somebody to get it done on Thursday, guaranteed, so these guys can have a picnic for a
There you
weekend,
go.
picnic.
But the biggest thing is if they can't fix them fans or put it in, and the health board says, no, these girls already bought all the fish, got all the
I
fish,
know.
we're gonna get more fish Friday. You got a lot of stuff that's gonna be paid for that you can't take back.
If you wanna get both of them done, those fans can pull out, we can get it done, probably pulled out in 30 minutes. Throw them back in.
Yeah, but I don't wanna throw it the same
Why waste
thing.
money again?
In an hour, they burn out.
They burn out in an hour, so you can turn them on.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen, both of these things aren't gonna happen. Half the town on the south side will not have sewer if we,
Okay, so we can
Okay,
have
you
somebody.
do the sewer, then let's find
I'll
somebody
tell you what.
to do the fans.
Bill,
okay, yeah, that's.
Probably we should talk to public health
Yes, first.
and have them come out first.
Tell us what we can.
Ask them what our options are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if if
can.
I know the guy over there, I can call him in the morning, see if he'll come out or one of his people will
Call
come out.
Mark Barron, Mark Barron's in town.
She doesn't
Well,
work there
I know,
anymore.
No, but she could tell you if it'll pass or not.
Yeah, and
That's
we
what
can
they're-
talk to Barb or we can call public health, because they're gonna come out anyway. If that's the case, if they say, no, you need to do this, this, and this, then call Tony and we're gonna have to do this, and this. That's the end.
Are you gonna have to,
No point in talking about it anymore.
well, how long do you have to call a special meeting? Because if it's over 3,000, you will have to vote on everything.
Tony, there's a shutter amount, this is an example, okay, I'm looking at exhaust fans, commercial exhaust fan. There's a shutter mount, 36 with the 36-inch blade, you know, it's got the shutters that fit on the wall. It's $570, and you know, I don't think they're gonna be exceptionally high in terms of what the fan costs, but I know you'll have labor and all that involved. But I just wanted you to get a perspective, because there are several in here at $416, and those are the dome kind that fit on top. But there's ones that fit on the wall, and here's a 30-inch one for $379.
Is that the dome one?
No, the dome one, it's $416, direct drive downblast exhaust fan, it says.
I believe these are shutter mounts.
Yeah, these are shutter mounts, well,
Yes.
and the shutter mounts are the ones I quoted earlier, 500 and some, and it was a 36-inch.
I don't think this is 36-inch.
No, they're
All
small.
the numbers are,
I think they're 18 inches.
About like, probably,
24
to 30.
I was gonna say they might be 24, but I think the fans are 18.
18, 24, something like that.
Here's an 18
And it
inch.
throws the shutters open whenever.
Yeah, right.
Now, these fans that was there last year, I do remember, it wasn't strong enough to hold the shutters open. And I had to go out there with some 2 to 4 blocks and stick up there to hold the shutters open so we can get that.
And that might be why it burned up too.
Here's an 18-inch one, shutter mount 18-inch for $214. Now, I know that's online and all that, but still,
If they
one of
have them installed,
Yeah. We
Well,
gotta do
there's a
it.
lot of companies in
Okay, we gotta
Springfield will cover that, or will have that, so I'm assuming that we can get it real quick. I'm assuming, as I said.
well, I'll get on that in the morning and see what we can find out.
Yeah, thank you, and the sooner the better, so, because if there's some reason you can't.
And I will.
I don't need to know as soon as
If it looks
possible.
like it's gonna need to work, I gotta contact some people.
So what is gonna happen if you guys don't get that?
I don't know, it goes back to the health department, see what they may
See,
say.
that's what
I
I'm
don't know.
Maybe everybody bring their fryers down
Let me
there
try to
and
help
help
you
you
if I
out?
can. Let me try to help you if I can. When you contact the health department and you tell them that you want to have a permit for 3 days, they don't come and inspect. The building's already been inspected. You get it inspected from the Christian County Health Department, allowing you to serve food out of there. They understand that sometimes you have equipment failures. Sometimes you have problems that's going on. I'm telling you right now, if you tell them, we're dealing with an issue, we're trying to get the parts for this vent, exhaust vent, our backs are against the wall, we have to have it, I'm gonna tell you, they will let you have a box vent set somewhere on the counter, blowing the vent out. And they will say that's okay, because it's not permanent, it's temporary. They're not coming to inspect. You are not gonna see the health department on a Saturday at 7 o'clock at night, or a Sunday. They're not coming, I'm telling you. So we do need to fix it, but we don't need to try to Band-Aid
But
it.
I know this health department in this county, and they will not let them open it.
No.
They will not let
They try to
them
shut
open
it.
until they pass inspection, till the facility.
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
No, I disagree with you.
Well, they did not come in to inspect for the, because I literally, they were there already to inspect. They've seen that. Before we did our first event last year, the health department doesn't come every year and inspect your
When
facilities.
you had the event down here last year, did you have the deep fryer going?
What's that?
Are you talking about the event down here at the park?
Yeah, the event that you did it last year, and that's how you
And
run
they
it.
was running when they was there because the fires wasn't going. All you gotta do is turn them on, yep, they run fine and everything.
Then it passed.
An hour or two into the night, the fans burn up.
When I worked in the association down there in the other tent, we had fans blowing to keep us cool when we were on the grill, because it was 112 heat index. We was told you can't have fans blowing anywhere near your food because you're going to have hair, you're going to have dust on it, and sweat from people sweating. So we had to quit, we all sweat our ass off, but.
If we put a fan in that back door to blow this stuff out, and you got that big overhead door open, it's gonna draw bugs, everything else, through that whole cafeteria, into that grease, and then what are you gonna do?
Well, but see, you're talking about a temporary solution. I mean, I'm just trying to give you, I've got a countertop fryer you guys could use, and my wife cooked fish on Friday night, you're welcome, and you know, leave the vent for it.
Yeah, that's a lot of fish.
I know, I'm just saying, I understand that, it's a
The
commercial.
only way you get by is you had to cook outside.
Hey, I'm trying to help.
Bastards.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to
That's
do
why I
is-
said, everybody just brings their
I
fire.
think
We've got
tomorrow,
to.
Sue needs to call the health department and say, come over, tell us what we're gonna have done by Thursday or whatever, in order to be able to have this Kincaid picnic.
When I get in there morning.
And if we have to have a special meeting, we got 48 hours to call it, so we can get it done, so they can have a
Well,
picnic.
when I get in there in the morning, first thing I'll do is call the health department and see if they'll pass it like it is. And if they say no,
Okay, I think he had a good idea of replacing the fans there for now, for whatever that costs.
Yeah, our peak areas, and we're Falcon down there on Ash Street, they're big in, there's so many different food places around. Sure, we can go walk off the counter and get them, and so we got electricians who know how to plug them in, I think it'll be done.
Does Falcon have those fans?
They do, that's the way they all
let me
live
get
on.
on in the morning and find out what's going on. I'll try to get something done.
Thanks a lot. Do you need anybody's phone number to get a hold of, or, like,
Give me your.
I'll give you mine, 217-306-3729. And you can call me, I'm Mitch, and give us that.
What was the last one?
3729. And I'll get a hold of Angie, Alaria, for whatever you tell me there, whatever we need to do. whatever we can here.
Just,
I'll do some checking first thing in the morning.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I will bring that, it's a commercial tabletop fryer, just in case, like if they, whatever, you know what I mean? But is there anybody,
Well, let us
does
know.
anybody have a food management license? Because they come to the spec, somebody has to have a food.
Yes, one of the girls there,
Not a food server's license.
I
and
don't know what they need, but.
They will not pass it without that, I'll tell you that right, you're wasting a call if they don't have that.
They don't even do that license no more.
They did it for mine,
Yeah.
they asked for mine, I had to send them a
Yeah,
copy.
yeah.
Pizza.
I got it.
Changing it.
You got food management food, yeah, there you go there. Don't, when you call, they'll need that.
Thanks, you guys.
Because they've got to put the permit in that
We
name.
already have a blood pressure.
But I'll check them all.
You know what time Thursday is?
Probably in the morning. I think that's what we're gonna do first thing. We'll get them to the bar.
So we won't set the table out of
A month ago.
Any other business, got anything?
Yeah, all year, well, yeah, 6 months. Yeah, everything is.
Any other visitors got anything? Yeah, just let me.
I make a motion, you want to?
All right, yeah. I got a call from Jared on the laptops, and according to the state's attorney and the state police investigator was going to investigate them. They'll do it, but they can't guarantee what they would find and what they would do about it. So I'm saying, send them off, we'll do it ourselves. And if there's anything on them, we'll prosecute from there. It's drug on long enough, it's time to get it over with.
So you need to do them yourself.
Are we good?
Send them out.
Motion we adjourn?
Sorry?
Send them out.
Oh, okay. No.
Computer forensics, I guess. I don't know.
Cool. Second.
Are you going in closed session?
Watson,
Yeah.
Yeager, Nelson,
Yeah.
Ricardo,
Yes.
Yes.
Passman.
Yeah. They're making their own money. They just want their $25.
You have to tell me how it releases. Is it just